Hello again. So I just completed one video. This one I'm going to talk a little bit about Sherry Robbins. I need to write a blog about this, and I've been trying, and maybe tomorrow I'll do it. But I wanted to do this while I had some stuff kind of sort of fresh in my mind. So a couple of days ago, I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I had spent the night there already, and Jay Cook very graciously and generously offered to bring me to the studio to see the sun and get the local newscast, and I had a wonderful time with him. The next day, I went to one of the monuments that's north of Albuquerque. It's in Bernalillo. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. So, and the interesting thing about being there was that when I was looking at literature, so for some reason that name stuck out to me, and I was like, well, maybe I should figure out how to get there. And then I was like, nah, I'll just get on the road. I'll see how it goes. So I get on the road, and I'm driving for a bit, and I see a sign that says, such and such a monument, next exit. So I'm like, okay, guess I'm going. So I go, and it's a gorgeous place. It's right on the Rio Grande, and Native Americans used to live there. And I thought, boy, gosh, to be able to wake up to that every day, you know, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. There was no tall buildings blocking the view. You could see like forever. It was gorgeous. So, so I spent, probably a good couple hours there, I think. Although I'm not really paying much attention to time, especially when I don't have to be anywhere in particular at any particular time. But as I'm leaving, I get a call from Sherry Robbins, and Sherry Robbins says, so where are you? And I tell her I'm in Albuquerque, and she's like, well, where? So I dig up the name of the monument, and it turns out that she's with this woman who is from Albuquerque and is currently in Maryland. And it turns out that she lives probably about 10 minutes from the monument that I'm at. And this woman offers to let me stay at her house. This woman, I don't even know, this woman that Sherry just met, although Sherry's friends with her daughter and stuff, but this woman, is offering to let me stay at her house. So, and she's like, you can stay as long as you like, and it's like, it was so cool. So I was like simultaneously crying and laughing at the same time, because I'm like, this is crazy. I had no idea where I was going to spend the night. So, so another thing was that Sherry had said to me too that she really thought that I should see a shaman. And I certainly wasn't averse to it. I actually had even said with this trip that I wanted to see anybody who wanted to see me, who was a healer type, so that could be a Reiki person or whatever. And Native American Indian things are intriguing to me anyway, so shamanism would be more than fine by me. So Sherry's got it in her head that I should see a shaman. So on top of everything else, this woman who's in Maryland at the moment, who was in New Mexico and was offering me her place, just so happens to know a woman who is a shaman. So I wind up meeting this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman named Jean, I think. For some reason, I'm having a hard time with remembering names, but I think it was Jean. And I actually made a video, and it's actually already up online. So you should be able to find it if you'd like. So I meet her, and that might be in a whole other video. I got something flying around this room. As I'm making this video, I'm actually in the Grand Canyon area. I'm actually right near the rim on the south side. So, so something's flying around in here. So, anyway, so in one fell swoop, I have a meeting with a shaman, and I have a place to stay. So, so then I'm trying to think, there's so many details here, it's like I'm trying to remember all the details. So then today I'm talking to Sherry, and I've talked to Sherry a couple times about this. Well, today I find out some details. And one of the things I find out is that she wasn't going to go meet this woman because she had awakened with a migraine, and she wasn't going to go, but something was telling her to go. Now, at the time that she wasn't going to go, she didn't know. She didn't know that this woman was a shaman. She didn't know that. She didn't remember that she lived in New Mexico. So it's not like she knew any reason as to why she should go. And interestingly enough, too, this woman's trip was planned like 6 months ago, I think, like several months ago at least. So she just so happens to be meeting Sherry at the same time I just so happened to be on this trip. It's just like kind of wild when you think about it. So, Sherry tells me this, like she wasn't going to go. And because she went, she said that she's coming away from this really wanting to trust her intuition, because she's like, look at how things came together. So she, and the thing is it's like, it was like a gift to me that she went. Like if she hadn't gone, I wouldn't have been able to get that. She also said that she was really thinking of trying to figure out how she could find a shaman for me. She was going to try to investigate or whatever. So, one just kind of showed up in her lap. So the one thing she got was about trusting her intuition. And she said that, a lot of what's happening with me is affecting her. And one of those things is about how she's trusting her intuition. And then she told me today that she's going to stop being quiet. She's going to start speaking her mind. She's going to start saying the things that are on her mind. And she's going to start really living true to herself. And when she told me, I burst into tears. I started sobbing because I was just so touched by the fact that the things that I'm getting from myself on this trip, she is for herself too, and it's touching her. And I mean, Ellen Cornett too, the woman who was with me on the first part of this trip from Maryland to Savannah, I mean, she's gotten things out of, her being a part of this trip as well. And I knew this trip wasn't just for me. And I know I'm probably forgetting some detail about this, but it's just amazing how it all came together. It was just amazing. And the woman also has an idea about going on a cross-country trip, I think, and traveling around, and she wants to meet people, and there's things that are very similar in terms of what she wants with the terms of what I'm trying to do, in terms of spending time with people and meeting people and stuff. So it's just kind of wild and crazy and really, like, delicious. And I know I'm forgetting something. I know. But, and I think too, if you go back a little bit, when Sherry and I first met, I think she was thinking of not going to the networking meeting that we met at. I think she had decided to go that day too. So if we hadn't connected in person, maybe we would have some other way. But the fact that we connected in person in that one day, we just seemed to really connect since. So, it's dumbfounding. It's just totally dumbfounding in the best possible way. So, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I will probably write about it. Maybe I'll remember some other pieces and parts, but it's just kind of wild how it just all kind of came together in the way that it did. And it's also amazing how the things that we think are only about us can really touch another person. And the times that we don't do something, we may be, costing, I don't know if costing is the right word, but costing ourselves and somebody else something, because we never know what can come out of making that action and taking, doing what we do. So anyway, I guess that's about it. It's late. I want to try to get up for the sunrise in the morning. So, but I did also want to just do a little bit of this while I was thinking about it. So, I'm sorry if I'm kind of quiet, but there's somebody in the next room, and I could hear them earlier. So, I know they're trying to sleep, so I'm trying to respect that. So hopefully you can hear what I've had to say, and I shall return. So